right. Let's bring out our first guest, ladies and gentlemen, and chat and meet this gentleman. He has spent most of the last 20 years playing guys who fight crime on TV. God bless him. His new television series is entitled It Had to Be You, co-starring Faye Dunaway. Wow, that's pretty exciting. I say Faye Dunaway.
I love Faye Dunaway.
And the program can be seen right here, ladies and gentlemen, on CBS. Please welcome Robert Urich. Bob. Little Steely Dan there. What is that? What is that all about?
Back Jack. Do it again. Vegas, an honor.
Oh, I see. You were Dan Tano on Vegas, weren't you?
I was Dan Tano on Vegas, yeah.
How many shows have you done? Let's run them down now. Do you have a complete list? You've had more television shows. I've only had a handful. You've had, like...
Yeah.
Here we go.
I've had 2 canceled since I've seen you last.
Is that right?
That's true.
No.
American Dreamer and Crossroads since I was on your show 2 years ago.
American Dreamer I knew about. Yeah. Crossroads I had no idea.
Crossroads, that was last summer.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But you're back.
I'm back.
What was the first
Bad
one?
Penny, you know.
The first show was...
Bob and Carol, Ted Nellis.
Okay. Like in the mid-70s.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Based on the movie. Okay. And Archer played my wife.
There you go. Next.
SWAT.
SWAT?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Well, then why isn't it still on?
Yeah, really. That's true.
Okay, SWAT. Now, that was like SWAT. Special Weapons and Tactical.
And tactics, yeah, right. Okay, jumping out of the back of an old bread truck.
Yeah.
And then there was Tabitha.
Tabitha, which was...
Lisa Hartman, Clint Black's wife.
Oh, yeah. That was of the Bewitched. It was...
Spin-off from Bewitched, yeah.
Okay.
Another Laugh Carnival.
Now.
And then there was Soap.
Oh, yeah, that was a good show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Proud of that.
I had no idea you were on that show.
Yeah, I was a tennis pro.
Are you sure you were on that show?
I was on that show.
Or are you just making stuff up now to impress us?
No.
All right, then when did... next was Vegas?
Then came Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
And after that?
Gavilan.
I don't remember Gavilan.
You don't remember that?
No, what was that? What did you do in Gavilan?
About 15 shows. It was Fernando Lamas and I. It's true, on the beach. Sword fighting. I mean, it was...
Sword fighting on the beach?
Yeah, it was...
Sword fighting lifeguards.
It was one of those high-concept shows, you see.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't last too long. And then after Gavilan came Spencer for Hire, which was a moderate hit.
You were Spencer for Hire when I saw you...
When I saw you last.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, I think I was trying to save American Dreamer from going off the air then.
You
know, they send us out.
And then, so then you mentioned the other 2, and we're all up to date then.
And then there's Crossroads, which was last summer, and then Faye Dunaway, It Had to Be You.
Now, what about MacGyver? Weren't you MacGyver for a while?
No, I wish. I mean, he did about 100 episodes. I actually have done probably 800 hours of television.
But you know, I mean, I don't mean to make fun of this because very few people are able to sustain in television, even if it's like a dozen shows over a dozen years. So that's, I think, in some way a credit.
Why not make fun of it, though? You know, it's most people like to stay on 5-6 years, make a lot of dough, and move to Florida or somewhere. And I just, I've had all those shows, but every year, but it's been a different show every doggone year. And it's a darn fine haircut, by the way. And no, I didn't mean that in any way, but...
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I saw you clipping, and I saw the show last night.
I'm going to pretend that's a compliment.
Yeah, it is a compliment, absolutely.
And you look good yourself, because the last time I saw you, and I think generally people have an image of you as being kind of a tough guy, kind of a punk guy with jeans and leather and ready to go at a moment's notice, but you're all dressed up tonight, and I appreciate it.
I'm trying to turn something around. I made this last year's Mr. Blackwell's worst dressed 10 list on television.
Do people care about that anymore?
Well, some people, I suppose. I didn't care much, but he said I was dumpy in denim and lousy in leather. It's true. Lumpy in leather, maybe. I don't know.
You took that to heart.
It upset me, so I bought this tie. Actually, Paul, you were on that list.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Now, wait a second.
You and I were on that list.
Really?
And I think you look, I mean, great.
Well, you look great.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
So you're all dressed up?
I'm all dressed up.
Yeah, but I can't believe anybody would take that seriously. Did you even know you were on the list, Paul?
I had no idea. Thrilled, though. Thrilled about it.
The Paul was on the
doing
list.
something right.
I tell you what, after the show, we'll ride over there and burn him out. What do you say?
Yeah.
We'll get your old T-Bird. We'll call up MacGyver.
Yep.
And then we'll just
Get
go over
Binzer.
there. Boom. Cause some trouble for the guy. We got to pause here for a commercial announcement. We'll be right back with Robert Urich.
If there was 1 month when you could get free long-distance calls.
Hi there. Nice to see you, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Urich and I, immediately following the program, are going out onto Broadway, and we're going to fight guys.
Yes, we are.
That's right. You mentioned, of course, the big Emmy Awards were Sunday night, a couple of nights ago, and
right.
you mentioned that you won an award the year before, right?
Yeah, you always dream about winning an Emmy.
Sure.
And putting the tux on, you hear the theme music, and you walk out onto the stage, and they announce your name, and you take the award, and you thank everybody. And
It's a great moment, honored by your peers.
It's not the way it happened, Dave.
What happened?
I was actually working on the pilot of this new series, It Had to Be You, and the Federal Express man said, Mr. Urich, can I have your signature right here? And I said, what is this? He said, I have no idea. And I signed it. I opened this box, and all the little styrofoam peanuts are falling out and blowing all over the place. And I thought, what is this? I reach in, and it's an Emmy. It's a statuette with my name on it, you know.
Well, that's no fun.
No.
What is, so do you thank the guy?
Well, I said thank you.
Thank the delivery guy?
Delivery guy, yeah. So, but it
sounds like
still looks great on the mantle.
Sounds like some kind of a mix-up, though. That's no fun.
I didn't even know I was nominated. It was for a documentary I narrated for National Geographic.
Well, it's nice to win regardless.
Sure it is, yeah.
Now, speaking of mix-ups, I think the last time we saw you, we were still doing the show at NBC,
right.
and it was Thanksgiving, and you had been part of the parade, and in those days, you were Mr. Aspirin.
Yeah, I was actually reluctant to come on the show this time, and a wonderful opportunity to come on and promote a new series.
Mad About You?
Yeah.
Is that the name of the show?
It Had to Be You.
Had to Be You.
Yeah, with Faye Dunaway. It
But
sounds a
isn't
lot
there
like.
a show called Mad About You?
There was a show, I think.
Yeah, see, that could be a problem.
I wasn't in that one.
Oh, no.
But it was, what were you saying?
About you were the spokesman for Aspirin.
For Aspirin, yeah.
You always had a headache.
We had some fun. You had some fun with that, and you kept playing the clips of a Bangaroo or some kind of... So I thought, what great publicity, you know, to have a little fun at their expense. Right. And so the next day I called to see how the client felt about that, you know, whether or not he had a sense of humor. No, we gave him a headache is what we did.
Really?
Yeah, and they yanked the whole campaign.
No, they fired you and pulled the campaign?
Well, they just pulled the whole campaign.
Jeez,
but, see, here's where it turns around. This is where it all comes together, folks. I read an interview where you actually were offered or were invited to sponsor a major dog food company.
Years and years
you turned
ago.
that down.
Yeah,
well, they called me.
But good.
And now I've got those commercials running.
Well, good for you.
And I have achieved something in my career that you're not ever going to be able to experience. And here it is.
Let's see what I'm missing out on now.
A 60-cent coupon off.
Let's see
here. Here it is with my picture on it.
Oh, yeah, here's Mr. Big Shot right up here in the corner of the coupon.
That could have been you, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I could just shoot myself. Share one with a friend.
It says share one with a friend right there. And so, doggone it, I'd like to.
Well,
that's for you.
Thank you.
I don't know if you have a pet or not, but it's darn good stuff.
The neighbors would be happy to get this. That's good. And what else are you up to? You're also working with the National Geographic specials?
Right.
You get a lot of travel in with that?
Do a little traveling. Was down in the rainforest last fall, and the wonderful part is you get to meet great people.
Now, when you say rainforest, you're talking about South America?
In Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, Central America.
Yeah, Central America. They flew us in by helicopter, and you just meet fascinating people there. And I met a guy, a German guy who was doing a study on toxicity of frogs. And the way he would measure the poison content of these frogs, which are red and yellow and striped, he would put them in his mouth. And the time it took for his tongue to go numb, that's how he ranked the toxicity. I'm telling you straight business here, Dave. and the story goes, he put a frog in his mouth and instantly collapsed. Was out cold. Had the frog not hopped out of his mouth, he would have died.
But how,
these are the people I get to meet on the road.
How big a surprise could this be? You put a poisonous frog in your mouth. What's the deal there?
But it's good that somebody's doing that. You know,
and
we don't have
you're
to
down
do
there
it.
recording it, documenting
Got it on film, yeah.
When is the big show, Bob?
Friday nights at 8.
Friday night,
CBS.
it had to be you.
Right, Faye Dunaway.
It's you and Faye Dunaway.
She's wonderful.
And the two of you are fighting crime?
No, we're not.
Just a guess.
No.
What are you doing?
We hug and kiss a lot.
Oh.
Romantic comedy.
She plays like a society matron, and you're the
blue-collar guy who she falls in love with.
Good to see you. Always a pleasure. I have a great deal of fun talking with you, Bob. Good luck on the series. Robert Urich, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here.